Hey guys, welcome back to the Way of Truth Tarot. My name is Mandy. For those of you who are just joining, and for those of you who are returning, hello again, and I'm super thrilled to have all of you here. This is my second reading into the Karen Reed and John O'Keefe case. Part of this video is going to be a remote view, while the rest of it, actually, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be clarifying what I get in the remote view with the tarot to see what's up there. I haven't actually done that yet, so I have a feeling it's gonna help round everything out. So we'll see. Um, I want to shout out to Oceans 1111 and Yvonne Melvin um, for requesting the remote view. Thank you so much. I love when you guys, are interactive because I feel like we're in this together, trying to find and make sense of this dark world. So, yay. I'm also going to be going live tonight. I realized that I was checking on like my functionality on my YouTube channel and I saw that I can go live. There is an option for me to go live. So I'm going to do it. Now, what it did say is that I don't have a lot of room for a ton of people because I'm a micro YouTuber. Hopefully not for long, but so I just want to put that out there in case more than 25 people want to come and they realize they can't get in. So it's not because of anything that I set as in limitations. It's just the hoops YouTube likes to make us jump through, all of their little rules, which are fine. Anyway, everything said in this video is alleged and my opinion based on the energy, the card meanings, all of that, not facts. Do your own research. Take what resonates and leave the rest. That's it. Okay. So I'm going to do my attunement prayer. I need Lennox, my crystal skull. Just one sec. Oh, wait. There's Lennox. Doesn't he have a concerned little furrowed brow here? I love this guy. Okay. I graciously call upon my guardian angels, spirit guides, ancestors, ascended masters, loved ones on the other side, and the energy of John O'Keefe. I humbly ask you to assist me with the knowledge and answers I seek in this reading with the highest vibrational frequency as possible. I'm forever grateful for the gift of intuition that has been bestowed on me, and I intend to use this gift for the highest good, healing, and to bring myself and others peace. Thank you for being by my side for this reading, Adane. Okay. Can't deviate from the ritual. When I don't do that prayer, I don't see things very well. Or like it's just not as clear of a connection. Okay, so I'm putting my hemisync tones on and I'm going to start the remote viewing process. Oh no, that's not good. Sorry, camera. Jeez. There we go. Sorry, guys. What time is it? 9:04 a.m. Oh, so this is I'm gonna start when both John and Karen are in the car and they're going to this house party, wherever that John wanted to go to. Oh, okay. So he's talking to Karen in the car, asking how long. Well, Karen is asking, how long are you gonna like? How long are you gonna be? Uh, I just gotta clear something up with somebody. It's not gonna be too long. I'm not, you know, um, I just a few hours. It's no big deal. I hear the words work stuff. From Karen, I feel like she's annoyed. Like she wanted him to be with her that night. Like I'm feeling like she's like just annoyed and like this is stupid. Like I okay, and I'm even feeling her say in her head like you don't even like them. Like why can't this why does this have to be now? Why can't it wait? So they turn onto the street. He points where he wants her to drop him off. Is cold. I don't he doesn't have a jacket. Like he's not dressed properly. Okay. So I'm in the street. So my point of view right now is in the middle of the street. I see street lights like close to the house that he went into. And I also see the lights from the vehicle on the road. So it's really lit up. There's a lot of snow on the ground, like snow banks on either side of the road. Some of them are covering some mail, like the snowbanks are pretty high in relation to mailboxes. I don't think she stayed around to watch him walk in the house. Like I feel like he got out of the car and she left right away. So he goes up to the house, rings the doorbell, gets invited in by a teenager, not the person he was going there to see. It's like 17, 18-year-old male, dirty blonde hair. He's waiting in the foyer for a little bit because the kid tells him to stay there. Not come on in, take your shoes off. He tells him to wait there. Gotta get my dad, is what I hear him say. So he goes, John's waiting there, and in that moment, he's running through what he's gonna say to this person. I'm also wondering if he chose that night because he had some liquid courage. In my opinion, this feels to me like he earlier on in the night, it wasn't like this was planned, you know. It was like at some point he got this idea to just do it and say what he needs to say there like that night. And I think that is why Karen was a bit annoyed because she's like, all of a sudden you're going this, you don't even like this person. Why all of a sudden now? Like it was just out of left field, I feel. So the dad comes to meet John, brings him in. They walk down a hallway, past the living room. So what I'm seeing with this house, when you're standing in the entranceway, there's like a hallway. To the left, you go up the stairs to the second floor. On your right, there's a living room, might be a dining room attached to the living room, and then the kitchen kind of at the back of the house, and then a basement. So you walk down the hallway, you go straight. If you're standing in the foyer, you go straight toward the kitchen, toward the back of the house. You turn left and you go down basement stairs. That's where him and John went. There's a dog down there. This dog like looks like a medium to large dog. Looks like a mix. I can't exactly tell what breed it is. Short, like smooth short coat. There might be Mastiff in there. And it is a lot like on the ground, calmly lying down, like not laying down, but like kind of like sitting like this. I feel like I see like a pool table kind of in the back. Looks like a recreational basement. So John goes down there with that kid's father. And I feel there's two other people there when they go downstairs. They say to him, what brings like almost like kind of sarcastically, like, oh, um, John has decided to grace us with his presence, like just sort of really sarcastic. He gets right into it. He's like, this has got to stop. This is not like what are you doing, man? Like just John really trying to level with this person, human to human. No threats or anything, just leveling with him. The argument gets escalates, and then I'm feeling like the father of that kid, the main guy whose house that is like almost says like to the other people, "Oh, like says something." I'm not hearing what they're saying. I'm trying to interpret the energy of what they're saying. It's another sarcastic thing, and it's almost like, "Oh, did you see that? That's what this dog, they're referring to the dog. Oh, you don't want to do that, or you, she doesn't, she doesn't like stuff like that, or she doesn't like people like that." I feel like this dog attacks him and they don't do anything. They actually, one guy, after the dog bites him, like, I feel like the dog jumps up and bites to try to drag him down to the ground. Then those two people come behind him and they hold him, they restrain him, and they take turns beating him up. Allegedly, my opinion. Somebody comes down the stairs. It's a female. They're not, well, they're not very happy about the situation, but they're not freaking out on the people who did this to John. They're almost angry at John because he's bleeding everywhere. Get him out of here. He cannot, I do not want any of part of him. That's what, any part of him on my floor. Get him out of here. And as I see one person on either side of him, so like he'd be slouched over unconscious. I don't know if he's dead at that point. I don't feel like he's dead at that point. He's definitely very injured. He's definitely concussed. He's unconscious, but I don't believe that he's dead at that point anyway. So one on either side of them, and they just drop him. Not even very far. Like, they didn't. There's this feeling of I literally don't need to do much to cover my tracks. That is the arrogance level, that is the comfort level to this person of what he's doing. Most of us, if we're doing something like that, would be like, because we know we're doing something really, really bad, would be looking over our shoulders, all that. No, this guy knows. He can just leave him 500 yards or feet away and go back to his existence. No harm, no foul in his eyes. And then once he's discarded The house is buttoned up. Lights off, like totally buttoned up. Allegedly, my opinion. Not once is there any mention of a car other than when he was dropped off. There's no vehicle anywhere here. Allegedly, my opinion. All right, let's clarify this with some tarot. In case you're wondering what this is, I scribble to keep the energy flowing. It's weird. It's a very common thing. Tyler Henry, the popular psychic, he does that as well when he channels his information. It's a very common thing that you'll see or have already seen a lot of other mediums use. All right. So let's get the tarot out. I think I'm going to use the regular size. Well, actually, wait. Sometimes I've got three of these bags. Not always is the proper deck inside of them. Yeah, but this time it is. So I'm going to be using the large Whispers of the Unsolved just because they're closer. And tarot. Tarot tokens. Okay. Oh, cats are being crazy. Da ba ba. Oh, yeah. They don't. They're completely oblivious to me. Trapped in their own little game. It's so cute. All right. So, tarot it is. Okay, let's pull some cards in general about the remote viewing session I did. Let's just see what spirit wants to say in general about that. So we've got the Five of Pentacles, which is um literally being left in the cold. Literally being left in the cold. In the Rider-Waite deck, which is like the common standard deck, there's only one card that takes place in winter, and that is the Five of Pentacles. This is confirming what they did after leaving him for dead in the cold. Literally being left out in the cold. Oh, that's to go on the floor. One sec. Interesting. I've got the Hierophant in reverse. I don't know how to make this focus better. I'm so sorry. Maybe it happened when I dropped it. Then we have the Knight of Cups. And this is like being tactful. This is about being a mediator and a negotiator. He was very careful of how he wanted to approach this. This is telling me that his personality, and it's also the Knight of Cups card. The Knight of Cups is like the boyfriend card. At least for me, I've always, I mean, yes, it has many other meanings, but one of it is um a, a, a male that is very charming and romantic, kind person. And on this card, you see the heart over the cup. So this is also speaking to the connection to Karen. And with the negotiator and the mediator aspects, that is giving a clue into his personality. Somebody that is not quick to escalate. This is somebody that is like calm, cool, collected practically all the time. Um, Emotionally balanced. And the Hierophant in reverse is personal beliefs. And also challenging beliefs and authority. In my opinion, I believe that he was confronting this person because of something that they were doing that was extremely immoral to John. And being a man of the law and how his character is, he couldn't just say nothing, pretend like it wasn't happening. So he was challenging those beliefs and those things, challenging the authority that this person feels like they have. So that is confirming that, in my opinion. I split the deck and there's justice and the Ten of Cups on the other side. So John's belief, well, John's morals are not just meaning or like empty to him, something you just say that you believe in or whatever. He embodies it, willing to put his life on the line. And that's like the duty of a police officer, but you know how many are such cowards that they wouldn't even, in my opinion, John was, we need more police officers like John. Well, I'm just going to say that. I want to uncover what exactly he wanted to talk about. I'm really curious about that. What exactly did John want to confront this person about? Judgment? Hey, Ollie! Hang on. Oliver! Where's my special guy? Ollie! Quit! Baby! Oliver! Oh, I hope he stops soon. It's getting really distracting. Okay. So we have judgment. Upright. What did he want to talk about? He was kind of judging them, being like, hello, what you're doing is not cool. What are you doing? So what were they doing? What was he judging them for? Long-term investments, something to do with profits. And the Ace of Swords. This is about a breakthrough mental clarity. So it has to do with money and profits. And as I said, the word profits, the word racketeering came in my head. And then we have the Nine of Swords that came out. Anxiety, sleepless nights. Also, like paranoia. So that conversation triggered this in those people. I have a feeling that they knew, like, because it was John coming to them with this, they knew this. He's like a dog with a bone, I hear in my head. He's like a dog with a bone. He cannot, uh, he's not going to let this go. There's nothing we can tell him to make him go away. There is nothing we can give him to make him go away. Okay, what exactly? I want details on what they were talking about. Okay. King of Cups, emotionally mature, devoted, compassionate John. Then we have the partnership card. This is like joining forces, and it's right underneath the Seven of Pentacles, which is interesting. And then giving and receiving help, financial help. Look at one more card to complete this row. Okay. So what this looks like is, I think they offered him money to keep his mouth shut. Or could even have offered him a fake partnership. Like, I believe that one idea that they had was, okay, if we can get him to want to come over to our side, we'll get him over to our side and then we'll cut him loose then. Thing is, he would never go for that. Like, never. And that's why this card is here. The Six of Wands in reverse. This is retreat after failure. It didn't work. That's when they need to make their choice decisions, the Two of Wands. What are we going to do? Well, the only other option is something a lot more permanent. Allegedly, my opinion. What? I'm sorry, I got interrupted. Hang on one sec. Sorry about that. Um, I totally lost my train of thought. Damn it. All right, sorry, it'll come back to me. I have some questions that Ocean's 11 and Yvonne asked. So this is a good opportunity to address those. Oh, where are they? Damn it. Mm. Okay, here we go. Did John go into another house or was it 34 Fairview? Definitely, I did not see, but I also wasn't looking for street signs in my remote view. So let's see. Let's get one card for John going into a house that is not 34 Fairview. So a card for that house, John, and then the energy between. And then I'll do the same thing, but for 34 Fairview. Okay, so this is John going into another house, not 34 Fairview. Give me a card that represents that. No love, Ace of Cups. No, I'll do the other cards, but I'm saying right, I don't know. Okay. And then get a card for John. Preparing to leave a comfort zone, which would be the car and Karen, right? And then the energy between John and this random house. Five of Cups. Loss. Failure. No. No. In my opinion, he did not go into another house. Let me, just for the sake of it, get the cards for 34 Fairview. Okay, one card to represent 34 Fairview. One card to represent 34 Fairview. Two of Pentacles. This represents 34 Fairview, and the energy around this card is staying focused to find balance as well as weighing up your options. So almost like weighing up your options on how you're going to navigate being in this house. A card for John's energy. And again, we have the Queen of Cups, which is somebody who has empathy, a kind person. And because we got the King of Cups before, and now we have the Queen representing John, uh, that's telling, it's another indication on how well balanced that man was. Completely balanced his divine masculine and his divine feminine, and it doesn't matter your gender. everybody has both. Um, this is such a this is such a shame. Like I said, it's too bad there's not more cops like him. Okay, and then we're gonna get a card for the energy between. Walking away into the unknown. Literally him walking into that house. Not realizing that would be his last time walking in any house. Allegedly, my opinion. Oh, it's really sad. Okay, let's get some true crime uh, oracle cards. So it's a very big deck, so I do have to use it in two sections. I just can't fit it all in my hands. So this is just the title card I'm putting away. My God, crazy guys. All right. Give me two or three cards to help describe the energy and what happened in that home. A secret weapon. Oh my God, guys. A secret weapon. Routine, habit, typical. Delays in reverse. And a higher power. All right. Secret weapon. That's indicating that it was not a car. That's indicating that nobody's really sure exactly what physically happened to him. The hit and run narrative does not fit. I'm feeling like his injuries, are those okay, the injuries that he have has are specific injuries. Like they specifically targeted certain areas of his body that because they knew that it would be harder to determine the specific cause. So like choosing parts of the body that are I don't know, more hidden or using ways of kind of masking their weapons. And the first thing that's coming to mind is how cops used to have been known to take phone books and put them up against somebody and punch the phone books, and you're still hurting them really bad, but the phone book absorbs some of the impact so they don't bruise. That's kind of what I'm feeling with that secret weapon card. Let's get some tokens. Okay, give me 2 tokens for secret weapon. What is that? Oh, it's a witch on a broomstick. 42 and 25, which is a kettle, like a teapot thing. So the witch, this is interesting because the witch is about occult knowledge. And what does occult mean? Occult means hidden. So hidden knowledge. Then we have 25, and that is friendship or confiding with somebody. Specifically confiding with a loved one. I'm wondering if part of the motivation was that they were under the impression that John confided to Karen with what he thought they were up to. And maybe that is why they targeted her to take the fall for his death. Because it would get her out of the picture. It would discredit her completely. And then they're off scot-free. Allegedly, my opinion. Let's get 2 tokens for routine, habit, typical. My initial feeling with this card is that they've done this before. But let's see. We've got a cross, which is very... So this is interesting because it's like we have the cross on the God higher power card. Even though that token's not for this card, it's like mirroring. And then we have the pi sign. I believe that is like the math pi. Um 83. Sacrifice. They had to sacrifice him so they could keep their routine going. Allegedly, my opinion. Let's get pi 112. Complex issues requiring formulaic resolutions. So, something that was well strategized. We believe that he confided in her, so we gotta both get rid of them. How do we do that? We can't just go and kill her. That will be too suspicious. What do we do? Delays in reverse. I'm feeling like they needed to act on this and not put it off. But let's see what the tokens say. An 8 ball, 88, and a lantern, number 9. So I'll do 88 first, seeing as though I'm closer to it. A chance. Hi, baby. And balance. then 9. The 9 is an inner journey, seeking light. So let's not act on this. Let's do this now. So we're closer to the end of the tunnel. Allegedly, my opinion. And now let's get some tokens for the God card. What is the God card representing? Give us some tokens. 71. And it's like a maple leaf. I believe this is change. Yeah, shedding of the old. Okay. Oh, I see where this is going. And the 73, which is the bird, is hope. It's the end of the road for these people. What the God card is saying is like, we need to shed the old. And the way the world worked with this type of law enforcement corruption and, yeah, has gone on for too long. It's that whole corruption in our society and authority figures and everything, government, what have you. That is, we're entering a new age. And I've said this before, I believe it's the age of truth, where finally all of that old dark shit is getting dismantled. And we're seeing it unfold right before our eyes in a trial like this. Whereas 25 years ago, 30 years ago, poor Karen would be dead to rights. There would be no second trial. They would have convicted her and thrown away the key, despite it not being true. So things are changing. And this is indicating that. This is reminding us that, like, yeah, this is dark. But, and then remember the sacrifice that we got? Um, what I'm feeling with what this card is saying is that, okay, we all have soul contracts that we create, in my opinion, before we enter our life, our incarnation, okay? We do kind of like a map of our lives, what we want to experience and learn. And I feel like John um applied for this position to help uncover the truth. And I know, like, it's sad, especially with how it ended for him. But from a higher perspective, he was helping the world a lot by that. Now, I don't mean to sound disrespectful whatsoever. It should have never happened. He could have definitely helped the world in a lot of other ways that did not result in his life being taken. However, that is what happened. So I just want to say that. I don't mean to trigger somebody if okay. What time is it? All right, let's try to get to the bottom of what exactly he was trying to get them to stop doing. Alrighty. I'm gonna do 2 rows of 4. Give me four cards for the top row, and we would like to know what exactly John confronted these people about. Oh shit. There's church again. Alrighty. We got a lot of cards. You know what? Every time I ask, can you give me a certain amount of cards? Spirit's like, nope, I'm not going to listen to you. You're going to get what you're going to get. All right. So this is not in order. I don't a lot of the times I can kind of see which card comes out first, etc., but not this time. So I just flipped over one card and we've got organized crime. Okay. Accident, family, death, hired, church, change of plans in reverse, vacation beach abroad in reverse, medical emergency. And it's right under the death card. Okay, we need one more card to complete this row. One more card to complete this row. Thank you. Oh, wait, got 2 cards. Okay. This is like one concept. 2 cards coming out together like that is 2 things forming one idea. Okay. Organized crime. Um, so like mob, I don't feel cartel, but I feel like mob kind of organized crime. But this is like we we look on the outside, we look like authority, but we are just as corrupt. And yeah, accident. And it's right underneath change of plans in reverse. They weren't anticipating him coming to the house that night, I don't think, at all. Which is what's interesting is this card is a floor plan, a blueprint of a house being under construction, but it was in reverse and it's change of plans. So it's like him coming to the house was an accident. Like we weren't planning on doing anything that night to him. He came on his own free will, and that changed the plans and turned everything upside down. Why is the family card here? Maybe 2 tokens for the family card. All right, 59. Material, not spiritual. Okay. And then 138. Feeling lost. And then vacation beach abroad underneath it. I don't get this. Why is the family card here? I don't understand. Foresight. 3 of Wands. This is pointing to the fact that the person's family, could have been roped into it. Like, not John's, but, the guy's kid answered the door. I believe it was the wife that went down and said, "Get him out of here." All right. Death in reverse. Death in reverse. I love you. And 113 is like a suits from card deck. 143. I love you. 113. Playing out strategically. You have all the tools in your toolbox. Okay. This right here is the death card being in reverse is John's way of saying, I'm not dead. I am playing the game from the other side. And this is to Karen. I love you. He did not have the reason why death in reverse is because it was a medical emergency, yes, but he did not have to die. He didn't have to die at all. He just needed to get brought to a hospital in a timely manner. I don't I personally don't feel like it was the cold that did it either. Um I'm feeling like it was just so much pressure on his head, on his brain, for too long. That's what did it. Allegedly, my opinion. I I haven't watched a or read autopsy report or anything from the medical examiner or any type of forensic evidence in this case. Haven't gotten that far yet in my research. Well, actually, technically, I haven't started researching this case. Um, so if anybody has any insight as to what he passed from, technically, I'd love to hear it in the comments. Now, hired, success, and red flag. Let's check that out. We have a black cat. And we have like a patio set. What am I doing? Where's my little book? Oh, there it is. All right. Hired. 132. Mystery and magic. 90. Conversation with friends. Conversation with friends. About hired. So there's a red flag about okay, I'm feeling that when he passed away, there was somebody else that was hired. The timing of this hire is a red flag, big time. Let's, and I feel like with this, conversation with friends is pointing to this person got the job because of who they know and not because of their credentials. Um, and yeah, so and the church and organized crime is like we disguise ourselves as something wholesome, like a police officer. But underneath, this is our reality. The accident, he was not supposed to come to the house that night. This changed everything. And it happened in the house. It did not happen in the street or by a car. It roped it roped the family in, possibly being able to ruin their leisure plans and all the stuff they enjoy in life. All the stuff that John and Karen can't enjoy anymore. What's really interesting is the other side of this token is a sheriff's hat. Another little layer of spirit explaining. Yeah. He is not dead. He's playing out the strategy from the other side to rectify the situation. This is a message to Karen. I'm not dead. I love you. I'm supporting you. I'm there every step of the way with you. My death did not have to happen. Yes, it was a medical emergency, but if I had have gotten medical treatment, this death card would be in reverse, which it is. And something about a hire um after John's death, maybe in the same department or something, is extremely suspicious. And it was not because of credentials, it was all because of who they knew and fulfilling a certain agenda for somebody. Okay, guys, that's it for this video. I hope it saw you well. Yeah, this is nuts. This would be a waking nightmare for me, being in Karen's shoes. Like, and it also makes me think of Richard Allen from the Delphi case as well. The system is creating more victims. It's disgusting. Okay, guys, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you very shortly with another video. Bye. Oh, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already and you're liking my content. Bye.